All right, the Detroit Lions are rumored to have a virtual interview with quarterback Tua Tagovailoa of Alabama, man. So let's talk about it. We back. Mercy Sports Talk in the building. Appreciate everybody for tapping in. Most people think it's a smoke screen, and I have to agree. You know, they messed up because historically the Lions usually only carry, or recent history, they only carry two quarterbacks on the roster. So you try and chase Daniels, can't put him on the practice squad. So historically they carry two quarterbacks, and they probably have a developmental quarterback like Blog, maybe stay on the practice team and continue to develop. Therefore, they won't be taking a quarterback unless they will cut Chase Daniels and take a loss. So by them getting Chase Daniels and being committed to Matthew Stafford and historically not giving him no competition at the quarterback position, everybody and their mama know in the NFL and outside the NFL, fans, media, that the Lions is not going to draft Tua at number 3. So if the Lions are just, doing their due diligence, they just making sure everything is okay. Oh, now Tua's medical came in and Tua is healthy, and now let's just see if we can, kick the tires on it. Me personally, I think Bob Quinn wants to draft his own quarterback, but with, time ticking down, and I think all of his stay, he was forced to keep Matthew Stafford. I don't care what nobody say. This is a guy that came in and gave the boot to a winning coach in Jim Caldwell because he wanted to do it his way, with his people. So you telling me they didn't want to get their own quarterback between Bob and Matt Patricia? They did. Martha is not allowing them to get rid of Matthew Stafford. I believe they wanted to get rid of Matthew Stafford long ago. That's why Patricia be chewing them out in front of the team. And they wanted to get their own quarterback. This is why every year you hear them talking about, we thinking about Kyler Murray. They want to get a quarterback. They want to draft their own quarterback, but the powers that be not allowing them to. So that's why it's hard to really rate general managers and coaches on how good they are, because there are limitations on things. Just like Bill Belichick wanted to get rid of Tom Brady and Robert Kraft wouldn't let him. The owner signed a check. They can veto it. Remember, what is his name? Dan Snyder is the reason why the Redskins drafted Dwayne Haskins and RG3. The coaching staff didn't like those quarterbacks. So the owner can come in and veto anything you want to do or stop anything you're thinking about doing. Do they want to pull the trigger on Tua? They probably do. But can they pull the trigger on Tua? Martha's not going to let nothing happen to Matthew Stafford. And that's why the Lions will never win. It's not necessarily, Matt Millen sucked. But Mayhew and Juan, it's not necessarily that they sucked and Bob Quinn sucked. They just don't have the power to do what they want to do. They just don't have the financial backing. They don't, the Lions are not saying, we've been bad, let's win one for the city. Let's spare no expense. Let's go out there and go for it right now. Martha not saying that. All these penny pinching owners in major league sports, they don't even get their majority of their money in individual sports. You know what I'm saying? They get it, with Ford Motor Company, oil barons, tech field and stuff of that nature. But it's a smokescreen. I'm going to tell you this. The Lions can only really hope that only smokescreen they can do at this point, because everybody know they want Jeff Okudah. It's the convinced Miami Dolphins that somebody going to jump up to 3 for that pick. Or convince somebody that want a quarterback to jump up to 3 ahead of the Miami Dolphins. Everybody know the Dolphins need a quarterback. So if it boils down to it that a team outside the top 5 or 6, they really want Tua, the Lions are going to get a king ransom regardless. Even if Miami move up one spot, you tell them, let's say the Chargers say, I don't know who all in the draft. I really ain't been paying attention like that. The Chargers say, hey, we want to jump up to 3. Okay. We'll do whoop-de-whoop, whoop, whoop, whoop. We want Tua, right? We let Tyrod play out this year and Tua take over next year, right? You go to Miami, be like, well, this is they're offering us. They jumping up to take Tua. Miami might be fine with taking Jordan Love. They might be fine with taking Justin Herbert. Or they might put a premium on Tua because they tried to jump up. It was some rumors they tried to jump up for Joe Burrows. So then Miami give you a whole bunch of stuff. And you play it against them. So there's no point of smokescreen at this point. We know Matthew Stafford is going to be the Lions quarterback till he can't tug it out no more. Till that engine drop down, till that car no longer able to do it. So what you got to do is you got to play the Dolphins against other teams that's looking for a quarterback. You got to play the other teams against the Dolphins. You know what I'm saying? That's what the Lions got to do. All they got to do is say, well, shit, it's a team. I'm not going to say the team's name. This is what they're offering us. Can you match it? Because they're going to move up ahead of you, Miami, and take Tua. You know? And Miami say, well, we willing to do this, that, and the third for Tua. And that's how you play the game. So they got to be smart. At this point, Smokescreen Tua not working. Just do your due diligence, kick the tires on them, and you play other teams against each other. And you get the best deal, move down, and take Jeff Okudah. That's what they really want to do, which is the most idiotic thing to do. I'm telling you, man. I don't know why why y'all guys don't listen to me. I told you about taking the tight end. Told you about a few years ago, Iran. Told you guys about taking a cornerback at number 3 or in the first round. It's just when you're in a win now situation, it's just not working. But hey, let me know what you guys think. We all on social media, links in the description. Put the article link in the description. One time for the one time. It's your boy CJ Goodfellow, Mercy Sports Talk. Follow me on the channel, Goodfellow Sports TV, for more sports news and entertainment. Appreciate the love, support. We go.